What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And today I want to thank you guys first and foremost for the recent love and support on my channel. You guys definitely were commenting and subscribing a lot, and there's definitely a bigger growth in the community. And so I really wanted to thank everybody for coming by. And if you haven't subscribed by now, please do so. It'll help me again kind of gauge my audience and what kind of content I could further put out. But as we go on, I want to talk about this new set, the Friends apartment. If you know anything about me, I love Friends. It is an American sitcom, and it's something that I've grown with. And this is the part 2 to the other Lego set, which was the Central Perk, is another commonplace these characters all resided in. So today I want to go through the apartment set and show you guys all the cool little details and maybe show you guys a little bit of history of what's going on here. So let me introduce you to the first two characters, Phoebe Buffay on the left in the pink and Monica Chandler on the right. And this is actually the apartment of Monica Chandler and her best friend Rachel Green, who I will later show. Again, this is the famous apartment for the two ladies. At one point it was Joey and Chandler's, but yeah, I won't go into every single episode. Here we have the living room where a lot of different conversations and scenes happened. Obviously it's a little condensed for purpose, but I think it captures it pretty well. The two doors on the right show the two bedrooms in which the characters reside. But again, this is a studio set, so these are just facades for all intents and purposes. In the back there, you got a little table and desk in front of the famous window to the balcony. A lot of different scenes happen on the other side of the balcony. And yeah, and I'll show you that side a little bit later. Over here we have two doors. If you're familiar, the left purple door here is the bathroom door. That is where a lot of funny scenes happen, but I guess the highlight is when Chandler falls in love with taking a bath, and so he is taking quite a few baths in there. And then this green door is a door that's remained closed for quite a long time in the series, but after one of the episodes, Chandler decides to break in with Joey and finds out that his wife is actually a hoarder. And so this is the exposed time when Monica is actually not a neat freak, but actually hides a lot of her mess into this closet. So that was really fun. And then we get to the main kitchen area. There's usually a support beam here, but I took it off because it was just hard to film a video, but it'll go right across here. We come to the main kitchen where a lot of different scenes have happened. You get the corner wall here at a slant with the kitchen, and then the fridge. One episode that I get reminded is with Joey eating a cup of fat, and that was kind of funny, and Chandler just let him do it. Monica's favorite turkey, a lot of different fun episodes with that as well. But otherwise, very typical kitchen. I love the mismatched chairs, and it's not uniform. And here again are Phoebe and Monica, and she has a whisk because she is a chef as a profession, and Phoebe is a very artistic and interesting lady, and so she's got her little paintbrush. This right here is the dollhouse that Monica and Phoebe argued a lot over. Phoebe's very freestyle and Monica's very orderly. And so they had a lot of arguments and back and forth about dollhouses and how dolls are supposed to be played with. And unfortunately, the apartment gets lit on fire. And so I think it's hilarious that Lego depicted that scene over there. And then over here, you got basic painting, and then the little door peephole thing, which there's plenty of different cool scenes with that. Let's move on to the hallway, and I love that they included this hallway. This is that is Rachel Green and Ross Geller. They have dated and been friends throughout the whole series, and it's just a great way to depict that. Again, this is the hallway in which that side leads to a staircase in the show. But you may be asking what this white thing and the spoon is. Well, actually, Chandler stole some cheesecake from his neighbor, and it ends up being the greatest cheesecake they've ever had. So in one of the scenes, Chandler and Rachel drop cheesecake, and they argue over it, but they decide to start eating. Joey joins in on the adventure, so that's really cool that they added that in. Ross is holding something in his hand. I don't know what that is. I may be having hazy memory, but there's that. And I think the characters, this time they added the old school uniforms, the original, so I appreciated that little throwback. And then we come to the famous boys' apartment, aka Joey and Chandler. As you may well see first, is these recliners, and these boys have done a lot of crazy things in these chairs. They've tried to stay there for 24 hours, watch a lot of games and stuff like that. And so it's cool because these actually recline. And so I think that is a really cool feature. There's Janice. She's Chandler's girlfriend, and Ross dates her at one point. And so I think her hairpiece is phenomenal. And obviously there's the chicken there and the duck back there on the counter. And so those are very integral parts of the boys' apartment. You got the foosball table. And over here is the infamous Gladys painting that Phoebe made and gives it to Monica and Rachel to fight over. Here you got the kitchen. Joey breaks his fridge at points and tries to blame people, and that's interesting. And then you got your just basic kitchen, bottles, storage units above, and then on the door you get your etch and sketch. So those are really cool. And one thing I'm thinking about this etch and sketch is that it's a sticker. Lego does give you 3 stickers to choose from, but there's no way of interchanging those, so you kind of just have to pick and choose that. Back there is a door with a racket as a handle. That is the gentleman's bathroom. A lot of interesting things happen there, like Rachel accidentally walking in on Joey's dad taking a shower. And then yeah, so this is the Lego apartment. Again, these are the rooms to the boys' apartments. Again, it's a facade, and then you got the dog statue that rolls on, and Chandler rides that in when the guys and girls swap apartments. And so yeah, and this is pretty much the Lego Friends set, and I wanted to give a quick peek because this is an awesome set, and I think it's just fantastic. These come in 3 different parts, so the hallway does disconnect. Couple complaints about this set is, and I don't think there's any way to fix it necessarily, but I just don't like how it's so like irregular. So there's this whole like blank area that is really just hard to find a display. So the set is decently sized. It's definitely not massive, but it is pretty big. But then the issue is that when you want to display it, it requires a lot more space because this is shifted back like eight studs or so. And so in order to display it, it takes my whole coffee table up. And one last thing is I wanted to put in the central perk as a reference. So if I bring this over and I shift all this over, so we go from the apartments and then this central perk. And so again, these are just great sets, I think. And these Friends figurines have completely different uniforms and eras and where they have all grown. So Rachel has her more famous hairpiece. And so yeah, this is the Lego set. I think it's a fantastic series. I do own the Big Bang Theory set from a while back, and then Seinfeld just dropped as an early VIP access a couple weeks ago. So definitely gonna pick out the Seinfeld one, and then probably we'll just add it to this or add a video to that. I'm not completely familiar with Seinfeld, but it is a set definitely worth grabbing. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully that this was a good break from the Lego City while that becomes in development. And I think the next couple of videos is pretty much going to just be set reviews or just sharing what I've built. I have things planned for the city, but it just requires a little bit more time. And so I think the next one I want to do is the shuttle or a Q&A of how to start a city. But please, in the comments below, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see, and I'll definitely work towards that. And then the other thing is, and I might use this as a hint for a giveaway, but what do you think about these two? Ross and Rachel, were they on a break? And that will only be known by the people who've watched this show. So thank you guys so much. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if any of this content was interesting. Again, it will let me know how to improve and what different types of contents to bring. So thank you guys so much, and until next time, peace.